Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first game of the FSL Female Singapore League. We're going to be starting our first game very soon. Very shortly, we're going to be having Team Freya all the way from the Philippines versus Witches. That's going to be all the way on the other side from Myanmar. Now, something a little bit different that we're having today or this week, this season compared to the other days is that we're actually having a group stage or group stage playoff before our actual double elimination playoffs that's going to be happening during the weekend. Compared to our previous seasons, we actually had a round robin, so things are going to end up a little bit different this time. So moving into the draft, we're actually going to be starting off between Freya playing on the Radiant side and Witches that's going to be onto the Dire. So of course, first pick will be going to Freya. They have chosen to take the Radiant side, and we'll actually see how it goes. Some normal bans currently coming up. We have Nyx Assassin being banned out, taken away from the hero pool, and onto the side of Radiant, we're also seeing Warlock. I mean, no surprise here. We're seeing some of the normal, typical meta heroes that's actually being banned out. But what's surprising is actually that we're actually seeing during the first phase, we're actually seeing some of the supports being banned out instead of some of the popular cores such as maybe Lifestealer, Leshrac. These are kind of scary heroes, so it's gonna be quite interesting. I mean, I get it. I get it. Some normal bans out from those meta heroes at this point in time. I mean, I get Warlock. Warlock has just been so incredibly strong these few patches. I think recently they just buffed the hero, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the BKB Pierce, the stun that goes through BKB is pretty insane, especially for a Warlock. That 1 second of stun through BKB is actually going to be quite beneficial for any team. Bristleback already being banned out from Team Freya. Don't see it at this point in time. I don't see any common patterns in terms of draft at the moment. So yeah, it's just a typical first phase of the game. What I'm actually really interested to actually check out at this point in time is actually more or less how these teams will actually play according to the meta. Because if I'm not mistaken, 7.22c just came out not too long ago, and there's been quite a lot of buffs to some of the heroes. I mean, there was of course a huge obvious nerf to Dark Willow's Aghanim's, but compared to that, I would like to see a lot of heroes. I mean, more of the most common heroes that are actually starting to see a lot is actually Axe and Sand King. Of course, these two are really good hero picks, but in my opinion, I feel that at this point in time, these two heroes can more or less play around the same structure, or around the same tempo of the game. But what most players actually really not see between this Axe and Sand King pick is more or less the usage of the core from the Berserker's core that Axe is able to dish out. This core actually pierces through BKB, which can be huge in any team fights. Whereas compared to Sand King, sure, you get that early game control, much needed control with the Power Strike. So yeah, I mean, both heroes, they have their points, they have their power spikes. But personally, I think at this point of time, laning stage, you have Sand King. Sand King is definitely much stronger than Axe in terms of the laning stage. However, when it comes to the mid-game, late phase, I personally would feel that Axe might be a better option. So depending on these two, I mean, these two heroes are, in my opinion, one of the most popular, most contested picks in this current meta. And just as I said that, Witches, they decided to ban off the Sand King. Funny enough that both teams actually decide to ban off the offlane heroes. Banning out the Doom and Sand King. I'm actually taking a huge guess. There's probably going to be some melee heroes. Definitely going to be a melee carry in this point of time. Oh, Shadow Shaman first pick. Alright, Oracle in response. Normal support picks being picked up. I mean, Oracle is just incredibly strong as well. At this point of time, okay, honestly speaking, I know I may get flamed for saying this, but I still think that Shen in this patch is incredibly strong. But it really depends whether the players are actually able to execute this hero. Because of course, Chen is not a very popular hero, but in this meta, they actually changed a lot of the hero spells. Like Divine Favor is now a passive skill, and it's just so good in babysitting glass cannon calls, if I may say that. Vengeful Spirit being picked up for Witches. Well, it's still a possibility that we might be able to see Vengeful being played as a core hero, but yeah, that's the thing about picking Vengeful or all these kind of flex picks in the first phases of the game. we will definitely be able to see a lot more flexibility and versatility coming out from witches in this manner. Team Freya going off with the Shadow Shaman pick. I mean, Shadow Shaman overall is great. It has huge amount of base damage initially, but what this hero lacks a lot is actually more or less, I personally feel, is still the mobility. That's why what makes up for this, I think Shadow Shaman overall is just incredibly strong. Still needs a nerf. It'll come one day. Yeah, you guys can play me all you want, but yeah, personally I'm sick and tired of all the Shadow Shamans appearing everywhere in my ranked games. So yeah, alright, Shadow Shaman and Grimstroke. You're gonna see double sheeps, double shekels, double zaps. What else can we be seeing with the pair of the Grimstroke? I mean, Grimstroke overall I also think is quite a strong lane. It's good in the lane, it's good in team fights. But then again, this hero is really they're playing two supports that are really very squishy, and it's really open to a lot of burst damage and requires a lot of good positioning. In this kind of draft, I think on the side of Freya, they're looking for something tanky that's able to soak up the damage to allow these two supports to actually kite around the sidelines of the battle. Anti-mage being banned out from Freya. Anti-mage being banned out. I mean, the obvious counter over here is probably heroes like Wraith King, Medusa. But at this point of time, I don't really think Anti-mage instantly counters Wraith King anymore because of the level 20 talent tree. But then again, I think Anti-mage is still, yeah, I think I may be contradicting myself, but yeah, Anti-mage with the spell shield is definitely going to be able to hold against the Wraith King. I mean, Wraith King, you only got one button to press, which is the Wraith Fire Blast. So on Freya, I wouldn't be too surprised if they actually decide to go for the Medusa pick, or maybe even the Wraith King pick. So Pangolier being banned out on Witches. Oh wow, Juggernaut ban. Looks like Freya, they're actually banning out two of the most two very common agility heroes. Juggernaut and Anti-mage. Well, I did talk about the melee cores, so it doesn't make sense. Banning out, you ban away the Doom, because if you ban away Doom and you ban away Sand King, these two heroes are just really extremely strong against melee heroes, melee cores in general. But then again, you decide to ban away the Anti-mage and the Juggernaut. I think it really works well in synergy in terms of the draft. Banning away Naga Siren, like, damn.
10 seconds.
That hero is just insanely greedy. I don't, personally, what kind of heroes would I normally pan Naga Siren with? This point of time, I know Naga Siren is bad against Legion Commander. What is Naga good at? I think Naga is just good generally, just in farming, just the farming potential that this hero is able to dish out. We're just moving all the way into the reserve time. I think Sven is still open in this hero pool for Team Freya. It's not banned. They decided to ban out heroes like Doom and Bristleback. Yeah, I think Sven might be a possible pick for Freya. Not to mention that the hero is awfully strong in this meta. Oh, Tidehunter being picked up for the third pick. Actually, this also gives Freya the opportunity to pick heroes like Lifestealer, heroes like Ursa. Honestly, I think for Freya, what heroes that look really good at this point of time is probably heroes like maybe Ursa, Lifestealer. I think Lifestealer might look better in this case, because with the Rage, you're actually able to get rid of the disarm that Oracle is able to do. I mean, if it's strong, Rage also goes through. Not to mention the open wounds can also work well with Grimstroke Soulbind. Wraith King? Well, I did talk about Wraith King into Anti-mage. What? Wraith King into the Tidehunter? Nah, I think it's definitely going to be an offlane Wraith King. Surely you want to utilize the safe lane pick better against the Tidehunter. Because with the skeletons, yeah, with the skeletons, the Skellies, Tidehunter is definitely able to clear the waves a lot faster. So, not so sure what those little skeletons will be able to do to this giant watermelon.
Radiant team pick.
PL being picked up on the side of Witches. Freya, oh, actually this looks good for Sven. I'm not even joking here. The only thing that Sven has to watch out for is more or less the kiting that from Vengeful's Nether Swap and the disarm from Oracle. But honestly, when we're talking about heroes like Grimstroke and Shadow Shaman that's already there to provide the lockdown and crowd control, I honestly don't see why Sven might not be a bad choice here. Not to mention with the Stormhammer, it can go well with the Soulbind. And not to mention the Cleave, the obvious counter, the Cleave against the army of the Blue Monkeys. Man. Then again, Legion Commander is still in the pool. I know it may sound weird that Legion is going to go against Oracle, but why not? I mean, with the duel with Soulbind, and not to mention overwhelming odds against the army of illusions, I honestly don't see why not. It's like Freya is already going in for their mid pick. Lina. We really need a mid hero in this case. It gives Witches the opportunity to actually counter them. Giving the last pick to counter. Yeah, I mean Witches, they do have last pick. So yeah, Freya, I understand why Freya actually decides to go for the mid hero pick here as fourth pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Final bans coming on Witches. It's gonna be quite a tough ban, I guess. It should be one of the safe lane heroes. Yeah, I honestly think Sven is the hero there. You need something tanky. I mean, sure, Raking is tanky enough. You have Lina to maybe possibly snipe. And actually Sven, why not? Even with the Blink Dagger, you can definitely jump all the way into the back lines or into the middle of the fight and just run havoc. Lay waste to the battlefield. Witches, they are taking the time with the last ban. Thinking and thinking. The last pick is definitely going to be a mid hero. But what would it pick in response to the Lina? TA? DP? I think Death Prophet might actually go okay. Yeah, Death Prophet might be okay. I mean, now with the buff, now with the Aghanim's upgrade on Death Prophet, the hero just unkillable. It's just so ridiculously strong. Centaur! Wow, okay. Okay, I mean, with the Stampede, it's definitely going to break the lines of Witches. Yeah, and not to mention that Centaur's a very self-sustaining hero. I don't see why Centaur's not a bad ban. But one thing that Freya or Witches lack a lot at this point of time is actually any form of push. They're definitely going to need a mid hero that's able to provide the push that they need. Oh, Ember Spirit! Okay, I see it. But you're putting Ember into Tidehunter. I think it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine with the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman should be able to outzone the Tidehunter in the early stage, like really early stage. But then when the support rotations start coming in, that's when Ember might have a little bit of a hiccup in the laning stage. Yeah, I think Ember Spirit is a good call. Able to last against the Phantom Lancer. There's not a lot of catch under the sides of Witches, aside from probably Ravage. I mean, the rest of the start lockdowns on Witches is more or less projectiles, so it's easily dodgeable. And yep, caught it. Death Prophet. It's a good pick against the Lina. You're able to outrange her, and the push is able to, yeah, basically your whole team doesn't have any push. I don't see why Death Prophet is not a good pick. You're tanky. You dish out a lot of burst magical damage. You're able to take down towers insanely fast in the early stages of the game. I think overall it's just team fight. Witches, they're just looking at team fight. Whereas Freya, they decided to go for the Ember Spirit pick. Ember and Lina, these two heroes are really well known for their snowball potential. So if Freya's able to get the ball rolling, they're just going to be unstoppable. But Witches, on the other hand, these guys need levels. Like heroes like PL, you're picking greedy heroes like PL, and you have an obvious counter such as Ember Spirit and Lina to clear away your illusions. Yeah. I think in terms of stronger draft, I personally definitely have to vote for Freya. So without further ado, we shall more or less commence game 1 of Witches versus Freya. We already see the big watermelon being posted in the versus screen. And yeah, it's gonna be a bright and sunny day on the sides of the DOTA map between Freya versus Witches. So we can actually see Shabu will be playing the Grimstroke, Amber Spirit, going to be played by Ellipsis. Lina's going to be playing mid. And up in the top lane, we have Raking being played by Maldita, and Cams on the Shadow Shaman. Meanwhile, in top lane, we have Witcher Shar playing the Vengeful Spirit, right next to the Phantom Lancer of Chin Chin. And down in the mid lane, we have our obvious Death Prophet Hannah being played by Hannah, and she actually decides to go for the Null Talisman. Interesting. I mean, with the spell amplification, I think might be able to give her a slight bit of a head start against Lina. But then again, Lina, she does have that base damage range. But down in bottom lane, we have Momo playing the Tidehunter next to her favorite support, Oracle, being played by Papa. So Shabu already scouting out the Oracle, scouting out the early lane, the lanes. Ping's coming out already. They want to contest for this rune, but Tidehunter says no, and Papa just backs right out. Top lane, Maldita tries to contest for the bounty rune, but looks like it's gonna be a 2 for 2. No blood being spilled. Well, not now, not so early. Shy going for the blocks. I mean, okay, overall in terms of these games, I personally feel that Radiant has the advantage in this in the draft. I mean, just because of their snowball abilities. I mean, Witches, they have their strong points as well. Like their team fights, they're extremely strong. Death Prophet does have the silence that's able to possibly mess up the entire team fight for Freya. Brave King, top lane, Maldita. We got some casual losses. I mean, overall in the lane, oh, Shackle comes out, Camps, locks down the Vengeful Spirit. Shar a little bit of trouble here, forced to pop out the Fairy Fire. And she shouldn't, yeah, she's gonna be spared. On the bottom lane, same thing. It's gonna be a 2-1-2 strategy being run by both sides. Amber Spirit against the Tidehunter. Yeah, I think Amber Spirit should be able to play against this Tidehunter. Like, sure, you're gonna melt his base damage, but then again, the Flame Guard's gonna be huge pain in the ass for you, Tidehunter. Oh, mid lane, Hannah eating the LSA. Looks like she's. I mean, mid lane things still look rather even. I'm like, we're playing heroes with huge burst damage, huge burst of magical damage, high range right click damage, and yeah, I see this lane as kind of dead even. I don't really see an obvious counter for Lina and Death Prophet, but yeah, top lane, Maldita already contesting for the spool. Oh, stun comes out, the Wave of Terror. Maldita, you're falling extremely low. Cam's coming in for the Shackle. Maldita will solve out. Ray Fire Blast will connect, but Shabu, she will rotate in. Chin Chin getting slowed up, but no follow-up damage. Shah trying desperately to get out, hiding between the trees, and that's definitely going to be first blood spilling onto the side of Tyre. Camps will take the kill, but that's going to force a rotation for Shabu. Leaving poor Amber Spirit down in the bottom lane against the big green watermelon and blue witch, priest, future fortune teller. Yeah, man. So in terms of right click, I mean, whoa, they're actually sticking to the tri-lane. Oh, quick pause. Rude. Is this tactical? Wait, lag. Amber gets locked up. Down up at top lane, pings are already coming up. They want to go into the Chin Chin. Well, they do have 3 heroes here. Cam's does have Shackle available. She does have the boots. Something that she can definitely use to her advantage. At this point of time, I mean, if Cam's can go for the kill, in fact. But Shah, she does have the magic missile. So, yeah, okay. Go is gonna be called. The G is being called. Camps can go for the Shackle, but at the same time, Shah, she does have the magic missile, so I think they might. I don't think they're gonna commit for this. Hello? Shy getting a little bit aggressive, yeah. Wanting to get this game going, getting the show on the road. Freya getting a little bit aggressive. Want to get the game going, but witches, they still seem to be AFK.
That wasn't too bright.
Some of these players, they're actually quite surprised by this job. They actually decide to pick the Ember Spirit into Titan Hunter. Like, sure, you're going for the cleave. You're going in for the cleave, but I'm not so sure if that's exactly the pick you want to go against the overall lineup. Like, he's a good assassin. Is great at clearing up from the back lines. Is good. Is decent against. Actually, I think it's still fairly decent against Phantom Lancer. I don't really. I mean, sure, you have to start a fist to maybe possibly clear out illusions, but then again, when PL does happen to get the mana style, Searing Chains won't do much. Then again, Ember Spirit. No, I think the trending meta for Ember at this point of time is more or less the magic build, because of how fast this hero can actually snowball with the talents, based on the talents, and yeah, overall just the magic skill build that this hero is able to dish out. But going for full magic and with the Aghanims as well, you're gonna restrict yourself to a lot. I mean, you're gonna be open to a lot of disabled. I would say silence. Yeah, I won't exactly say disables, but silence is definitely a point that this Ember has to watch out for. And if you're not going for Battle Fury, I don't think it's gonna clear the illusions as fast as you may think. Because PL, likewise, is able to scale extremely fast. If you go for those stats items like maybe Skadi, Heart of Rest, I don't think your Cyber Fist is gonna be ready. It's gonna be enough. Like, sure, I get it. Maybe you guys can flame me for saying it, but overall, I still don't see Ember Spirit as a 100% full counter against PL. Back in mid lane, Hannah actually taking in a lot of pressure from the Lina. The Dragon Slave will be able to cancel out the South. Ember Spirit still fanning. She's still doing alright at bottom lane, getting those last hits against Momo. That's the thing when you force the creeps under the tower. Yeah, like, if you force the creeps under the tower, your safe lane is going to get a full 100% gain of the XP. Like, sure, maybe you may miss a couple of last hits, but it doesn't look that way outside of Freya at this point of time. Oh, Papa queuing up. Oh, Ember will try to go in for the dodge, but that's not going to happen. Top lane, Char getting a little bit lost in the trees. Shackle will come up. Shabu will try and, with the Stroke of Fate, will dish out the damage, and Cams will take the second kill of the game. 2 kills, 2-0 for Shadow Shaman. Maldita coming in with the stun, but Chin will be able to doppelgang right out of there. Should be safe. I mean, the silence is out, but Chin is moving fast, even without the boots. Maldita, she doesn't have the boots available to chase him down. But I'm actually more or less quite interested in this mid lane. Lina against the Death Prophet. In terms of last hit, both heroes still look more or less the same. But Lina, she's able to dish out so much pressure into the lanes. Likewise for top lane. PL isn't doing, Chin, she isn't doing particularly very well against this tri lane. I mean, Phantom Lancer, she's sitting down there at 13-2, whereas this Ember Spirit chilling down at bottom lane is already 22-3. The last hit seems to be going extremely well for the bottom lane.
Can't outrun a wildfire.
Oh, top lane, Camps will be able to trade up some hits with Char. Magic Missile will come out. Should be enough to stop the ongoing dive. Char will get the pull, but one issue with that is such that a wave is already coming in from Freya, and they're just going to snag out the bounty runes without any contest. Shabu will take 1, will take 2, and likewise in bottom lane, Oracle will snatch up both of the bounty runes. Support just doing support duties. I mean, it's only 2-0, 5 minutes into the game. I feel it's rather passive. Both sides, their cause are trying to get as much farm as they can, but on the side of Witches, it only seems that Momo's the only one that's doing well in terms of farm. Oh, Searing Chains will be locking him down in place, but wow, that's a lot of damage onto the Titan Hunter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hannah already being forced to use out the shrines. Likewise, Chin trying to juke around the trees, will be forced to use the doppelganger. And Maldita is just going to chase him down, trying to trade as much damage as she can. I mean, in terms of item builds, I personally think that
Middle is missing.
yeah, Phantom Lancer is gonna go for the obvious diffuser blade regardless. It goes well against the Wraith King, but like I said, it's gonna be an item that's gonna be useless later on when Wraith King reaches that level 20. So mid lane, same thing. Actually, Hannah, she's taking a lot of damage, but she is getting her last hits. Last hits, Pepega. Top lane, Wraith King is going in for the dive, and that's going to be a very dead blue monkey. Shao will be caught out in the middle of, right in the midst of 3 heroes. And double kill going onto the side of Shabu. 4-0 or 4-1. The tower will be able to snatch up the kill on Maldita.
Is under attack.
But this is not exactly how you want to play out your side lanes for witches. Ember Spirit is surprisingly doing pretty well. Oh, she will be caught out by the Fortune's Hand. And maybe a tad bit of a misplay. Yeah, it's only a level 1. Yeah, I think, yeah, sorry man. I think it's just a bit of a misplay. This is the second time she tried to dodge the Fortune's End, but it ends up missing. Yeah, I saw that. Back into the mid lane. Same thing, it's just gonna be a 1 versus 1. Death Prophet and Lina. I think they're doing fairly well. Oh, that I'll say will connect. Dragon Slave to follow. Shy, she doesn't have the mana for the Laguna Blade. Oh, that's a pity. Oh, Cam's all the way at bottom lane being chased out by the Watermelon, and the Ravage will be committed onto the Shadow Shaman. I mean, sure, she already has 2 kills, but wow, Papa, you're falling extremely low, and the last and final right click will be able to finish him off. LSA won't connect, and it's gonna be a quick disengage. Wow, a little bit of skirmish going on at the runes already. Maldita will be playing the Midas game. Slow and steady wins the race. But I'm not so sure if you really want to play Midas. I mean, Midas with a snowballing draft. I mean, sure, it's a good safe passage for you to play against. But honestly, if you're playing with a snowball draft, it's good to have a safe escape, a scapegoat, something to rely on. But if you really want to play the synergy of the draft, I wouldn't really recommend Midas. Back at bottom lane, looks like Shabu has returned to Ember Spirit's aid, and hopefully, maybe, just maybe, might be able to snag up a kill. I mean, Tidehunter doesn't have any points. I mean, Ravage is still in cooldown. It's 1 point in Kraken Shell. I don't see why not. Oh. I mean, Momo, she already foresees that this Ember Spirit might be going for the magical build. That's why I already have the Hood of Defiance queued up. Down bottom lane, Ember Spirit actually going in for the Fate's Boots. Well, most Ember Spirits you normally see they actually go for the Yield Scepter, or maybe possibly boost the Travels first to maximize farm potential. I mean, Maelstrom is also an option, but it's quite... personally, I don't really see a lot of... Oh, but then again, it's safely in Ember, so yeah, Fate's Boost is alright. Oh, the dodge! Will she dodge in time? And nope, not again. Not again. Ember just trying her best to run away. Tried to outplay, but that's just not gonna work out. Top lane, Phantom Lancer is falling awfully low. Will be lucky enough to doppelgang out and will salve up to safety. Cam's almost reaching level 6 already.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, they will contest for the 10-minute rune. Ember is there, but Oracle tries to dodge out, but Ember will chase him down, and that's gonna be a wow. Oh, okay, or Grimstroke will take the final kill. There's gonna be a dominating kill streak already for the Grimstroke. 6-3, 1k net worth lead. Good exchange. I mean, the Inkswell on top of Ember Spirits of Flame Guard, I think that's quite scary. Shabu looking for the Sentry Ward, the Sentry Deny. Alright, you have Ravage available, slowly trying to bait it in. Inkswell is up, the Silence is there. The mana will be enough to feed up this Ember Spirit. He does have spells available. The Ravage will come up, and Grimstroke should be able to fall here. Momo still standing tall and mighty. Shaka will come out. Oh, but Fortune's End will be able to connect. And should be able to save him up. Hopefully, maybe. Ember Spirit still looking extremely strong. The heal will be enough to save Momo's life. And should be a disengage right here. Oh, but Ember Spirit is still going in. Oh, it's False Promise, not Fortune's End. Oh, Monka S. Okay. That was hot indeed. Top lane, Wraith King, taking a lot of damage. I mean, Phantom Lancer is sitting 2 levels higher than the Wraith King. Oh, but I do happen to miss out a kill at bottom lane. Again, Titan Hunter to fall. Shy doing a good successful rotation. This should be a tier 1. I'm gonna miss a bit of a kill there, but that Prophet still. Wow, she actually. Hannah? She actually used that ult to farm the stacks. I guess it's worth. I guess? I mean, usually first ults are dedicated to take out tier 1s, but usually, yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah, that's a good trade. Bottom lane, they will be knocking out the tier 2s. The tier 2s already. Serpent Ward's already forced to commit, and Vengeful TPs at the wrong point of time, at the wrong position, and she's just gonna pay for it with her life.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Witches falling a bit behind. There's no Ravage available, but at the same time there won't be any snakes for side of Radiant until, yeah, it's gonna be 1.5 minutes. But Shy, she will pick up the double damage, possibly force out the mid tier 1. I don't think they know that Death Prophet doesn't have any exorcism at this point in time. She just used it to farm creeps, but I don't think Radiant knows about that. Lina, she has the double damage already. You see, this is the thing about boosted travel first on Lina. Like, instead of going for Use Scepter, getting that boosted travel really allows you to have that so much more flexibility, so much more map presence. I think it's the way to go. Things already coming up. Top lane, Chin trying her best to find as much space as she can, but Shabu applying a lot of map pressure, making sure that no one from the Dire side will be coming close to this tier 1. River of Terror will scout of camps, but Shar, you have 2 levels behind this guy.
Top tower is under attack.
Hannah, a full rotation coming in for top lane. Tidehunter, he does have Ravage, he is hiding in the top lane, but when the silence comes out, he has to get rid of it. The leech, punch it, you watermelon, punch the leech. Yeah. And sensing that the entire Dire is here, Radiant will slowly back off. Ray Fire Blast will connect onto Hannah, double silence, the Ravage will be thrown out, but it will only connect onto the Grimstroke. I guess they just take that, you're forcing a full 5-man rotation in the top lane. Forced to commit Ravage by only getting a support kill. Poor old Grimstroke. What's with the Ravagers, man? There's so much hate onto the supports. Ravage forced onto the Shadow Shaman, Ravage also forced onto the Grimstroke. This is the second time. Oh, Shy? Hiding into the trees, but Momo will scout it out. Wave of Terror already being used to provide a vision. The silence is out, holding the Lina in place. Exorcism is already out, but the Soulbind is huge. Double Shackle will lock both of them into place. The snakes are out, and Wraith King just gonna punch the Death Prophet to death. Momo trying desperately to get out, but she's gonna be turned into the chicken. Shy looking for more. There's gonna be Oracles lost into the trees. Will she get a TP out? But no, Amber Spirit will snag up the kill. Double kill going onto the side of the Amber Spirit. Well played. There's just gonna be a queue for the tier 2s. Showing a little bit of a fight recap. It's gonna be a huge gold swing, 980 gold to the side of the Radiant. Well, look at that. That's the thing about Radiant's draft. It's about burst damage I'm actually able to dish out in terms of magic. Yeah, magic burst damage is just insane, and everybody just melts. I guess that's one of the issues that Witches really lack, was which they are just so heavily reliant onto the laning stage, such that if they don't get the experience or the levels that they require, there's no way they're gonna stand a chance against the snowball potential of Radiant. Oh, these guys are looking awfully confident. They're just walking up the high ground. 4 heroes already silenced. The swap comes in. Camps will be stuck onto the high ground, but at the same time, Venge will exchange it for her life. It was a good swap, but when you don't have any spells like Ravage or Exorcism, I don't think that's the call. If that's it, Radiant will just back off. Death Prophet already... Death Prophet at this point in time, she has a use after being queued up, but Shy, she will scout out Hannah. Does she have any lockdown available? No. Oh, but the LSA will connect. Shabu right beside the back, but the Fortune's End will be able to save the Death Prophet's life. For False Promise, I keep calling it Fortune's End. The Leech will return back to Shabu. Yeah, it looks like they're already queuing up for the second fight. Momo, she does have a Ravage available. Illusion. 5 heroes marching down mid lane. The snakes are available, but Exorcism is still on cooldown. 5 seconds to go. But they just used False Promise. It's gonna be 1.5 minutes cooldown. Not so sure if Witches really want to take on this fight. I'm like, sure, you have Ravage. There's no Laguna onto Lina. On Lina at this point of time. If they want to take the fight, they have to take it now. Hex comes out to Momo. The Ravage catches onto the tree. Will that be the follow-up? Exorcism already being used. Shah trying her best to lock down the Wraith King in the backlines. Soulbind is out, but it won't latch onto anyone. Camps catches onto the Leech, but the Wraith Fire Blast will hit onto two heroes down. Titan Hunter and Death Prophet. That's going to be the end of the Exorcism. Wraith King Maldita trying her best to find as many kills. Trying to find the real Phantom Lancer. Chin Chin will eat the Light Striker away, and it's going to be a third hero down for Witches. 17-7. You may lose the Shadow Shaman, but there's still 4 heroes into the side of Radiant. Oracle, I may have forgotten about you, but I will say will connect to Papa. The swap, defensive swap, will catch him, will save a life. And that should be it. Tier 2? Maybe not.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maldita, not even forced to commit the reincarnation. Not exactly the start that you want on Witches. Ravage is down. Exorcism. I think it was more or less that what went wrong in that fight was more or less the timing of the situation, where they were. I think it's more or less miscommunication when Tide Hunter ran in, but Light Strike away. Will catch the Death Prophet. Laguna to follow. Hannah. Fortune's End will save her, but the Light Strike Array will be able to hold her ground. Shabu will try her best to stun her with the Inkswell, but she is so dead. Shabu, you tried to save the Lina, but at the same time you will fall. I don't think you really want to enter the fight against the whole entire squad of Witches. Like, sure, you're strong, but alright, let's try not to get a little bit too confident here. There's a 930 gold swing to the side of Witches. Arrogance is definitely a key point for both teams to watch out. You don't really want to get too complacent on one another. And the Spirit getting the Searing Chains onto the Phantom Lancer. She does have a Mentor already being queued up. I guess it makes sense because at this point in time, as PL, you don't really want to get caught out by the silence from Grimstroke, or you don't really want to get caught out just because of a simple combo of Searing Chains. I guess it's great. It offers good stats with the ultimate op. It gives 10 points in strength compared to the Diffuser Blade. Like, if you go Diffuser Blade, I understand if you're going to go aggressive, but at this point of time, I think you just really want to look for more farm. Yeah, Ember going for the Maelstrom. Good choice, but Vengeful Spirit being slowed up and being chased down by the whole army of green skeletons. Maldita will be ink-swelled up, and Amber should be able to finish it off. Oh, but Shabu yet again will get the last kill. The last hit. I have no comments on this. Hannah forced to use the Exorcism. I guess it was a bit of a defense mechanism. Yeah, I don't think she meant to use it to farm creeps this time around. In this rune, I mean, they can look for Roshan. Yeah, I think that, yeah, definitely will look for Rose. Someone wants to being used. Malditas should have damage output from the Sacred Relic. Goes for the 20 attack speed damage. Yeah, why not? And the whole entire side of Witches, they don't even suspect the thing. Alright, the pings are coming out, but I think it might be a little bit too late. Scan use, and down goes Roshan 20 minutes into the game. And Lina will be the wielder of the Aegis. TP coming in bottom lane. Shy is invis up.
Radiant are scanning.
Look at that. Witches, they sense it, they smell her. They want to get out of there, but oh,
Radiant's bottom
that was
tower
it. Will
is
connect
under
onto Shar. And there's not going to be any follow-up. Likewise, miscommunication. And yeah, both teams just going to back off. Ember Spirit already has the Maelstrom queued up. Not going to be an easy time for Phantom Lancer at this point of time. Like, sure, you may have 17 armor, but it doesn't stack well on illusions at all. So I don't think what this. I don't know how this is gonna deal against the Ember Spirit. Alright, Wraith King looking fat and strong. Already has the Midas queued up. Already has the Midas and the Radiance. Look at that army, it's disgusting. Yeah, wait till you get the ×2 skeleton. Now that, yeah, that's just painful for the eye. Alright. Looks like both teams are playing it slightly passive at this point of time. Like I said about complacent, nobody wants to get a little bit too arrogant. Then again, this is a tournament for the FSL. No one wants to go home empty-handed. Spirit, yeah, everybody's just slowly. They're just slowly eating up the wave, suffocating witches into their own side of the map. Ray Fire Blast will hit the creep. Now both sides, they have to be slightly careful a bit. Everybody has their ultimates, but witches, they do have the high ground and the armor protection from the tier 4 towers, tier 3 towers. Witches, I mean, you're sitting so far down in the net worth. Radiant just looking so incredibly strong at this point of time. 18 to 9, 10k net worth lead. Mid lane, Inkswell will be used. Shabu will be getting caught out in the middle of nowhere. Vengeful getting Searing changed up. You do have the Ravage available, but Shackle will connect. Maldita falling awfully low, but he still does have the Reincarnation. Momo won't be able to call out the Ravage as she got stunned by the Life Strike away. Hannah getting caught out by the Wraith Fire Blast. Double heroes getting rooted out by Fortune's End. There are buybacks available on witches, but I don't really want to be forcing them out just yet. Life Strike away will miss Lina to fall, but she does have the Aegis. Maldita and Cams being zoned out by Chin Chin. Hannah being saved up by the False Promise. A Wraith King will fall. Thankful will TP back up to the high ground, but Shah, look at the damage from Shah, it's just insane. There's gonna be one hero down onto the Radiant, another one will fall, Ember Spirit, but now the whole entire team of witches will chase down Cams. She will try and TP out of safety, no stuns available. And there's gonna be 3 heroes down onto the side of Radiant. Not even forced to commit too much. 2000 gold network swing. Oh, no wonder it was a buyback. Tidehunter bought back for the Ravage. With the Greaves available, I think that was pretty worthwhile. Phantom Lancer did... PL did die, but she did manage to secure up a hit of the Ember Spirit and the Lina. I think if witches continue to fight with this aggression, they should be able to come back up. Without... I mean... Not all's bad on their side. I mean, sure, they still have the chance of coming back. I mean, it's Dota after all, anything can happen. Shot already being scouted out. I don't think the rest of witches will really want to contest this. Giving up the Pony Rune without any form of contest. Shah will be scouted out by the wards. Hex comes out, Ray Fire Blast, the silence is out, and one huge smack into the face, and down goes Vengeful Spirit. In terms of buyback at this point of time, only Lina and Tidehunter doesn't have their buybacks available. So it's just high ground is going to be a little bit of trouble for Freya. But this is the beauty about the Tidehunter pick. It's just such a self-sustaining core that I think at any point of the game he's still just strong. Laning stage he's awfully tanky. Mid game, late game, he has this game-changing out that can completely turn fights. So yeah, I'm still a fan of the Tidehunter pick. Personally, I played a lot of Tidehunter last time, but then as like stronger heroes like Ursa, Lifestealer, when their movement speed got buffed, they just got so strong, and I just don't see Tidehunter as a viable option anymore. Slowly trying to chip into the base. Freya trying to find a slip in the hole, a chink in the armor. Shabu will get a silence off, but it's not going to be any follow-up.
Middle is missing.
Oh, Pink's already coming out. They have their available witches. Trying to find a perfect opportunity for them to throw out their initiations. But Shadow Shaman, this sneaky little rat, will be forced to use out the Serpent Ward at bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Hannah, we're gonna be forced to slowly chip out the Serpent Wards. Not exactly the way you want to cast out the Serpent Wards when the creep wave is still there. Just finish it off so fast. I think you just wasted Serpent Wards there. Tad bit of a misplay, I guess. Maybe it's tactical, maybe it's not. I don't know, but Camps is just doing Camps things. Oh, middle lane. Lina getting caught out. She does have Invis, but the Sentry is there. The Ravage will connect onto 2. Ember Spirit is stunned up, but Soulbind will connect onto 2. Hannah will be forced to use her ultimate and will slowly try and chase them down. Maldita will come up for the second life, but I don't think there's going to be any backup, and there's going to be 2 heroes at the cost of none.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Down the bottom lane, the tier 3 still stands strong, fairly strong, I guess. Yeah, you see, this is the opportunity when you want to try the Serpent Wards, not when both sides are still like chilling up there. Oh, yeah, I guess it's just a bit of a misplay in the usage of the Serpent Wards. But this also gives them the call, this also gives Witches the call to slowly get a little bit more aggressive. But then, yeah, there's no Serpent Wards available. Yeah, there's no Serpent Wards available for like half a minute. I'm not so sure if Lina want to contest bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What's with the all chat? I'm pretty sure isn't a BM. I'm fairly confident in that. Phantom Lancer getting caught out. Will turn on to Shabu, but I don't think you have the damage. You only have Mana Style, and Sugar Fate will finish you off. Phantom Lancer, you can't man up onto 3 heroes.
Under attack.
Well played the call, and 10k net worth lead. But Freya, they know. The Philippines showing the dominance. Momo, you have the Greaves, you have the Hood of Defiance, but that's not going to do a lot. But the swap, aggressive swap comes in. Grimstroke is going to fall, and Shah tries to look in for more, but the Hex will be up. The burst damage is there, but the Greaves, will it save her? Say that a little bit too early. Maldita will take the last hit onto Shah. How many deaths is that? Vengeful 2 to 10, but then again it's just Saddle past 5 life. Buyback status. Wow, the red is starting to appear. The greens on the side of Radiant, they only have Grimstroke and Wraith King, but Death Prophet, he has a very long out cooldown. It's gonna be a little bit worrisome in terms of buyback. She does have the Aghanim's available. That's gonna be I see. Okay, now I understand why Freya is actually having so much issues CGing up the high ground. Hannah is just so damn strong. 2k health, and with the Aghanims for the heal, this is gonna be one tough hero to bring down. And this in return is definitely going to give this PL the chance, the space to farm up the items necessary to actually stand against Freya. So not all hope is lost at this point of time. Yeah, now the BKBs are starting to queue up. It's falling to the big game phase. BKBs are already starting to be queued up. Lina's going for the BKB, Amber's going for BKB. Are you going for BKB, Wraith King? You have that Ogre's Axe. I guess he is, but Chains of Clans, he's going in for the Blink Dagger. It's 30-minute mark. It's gonna be an early Roshan. They might look for it. I guess maybe. Shy pings it out. Double damage is up, and Maldita will be the shield for the Fire Lady. Come on, clearly Witches, did you know they're taking Roshan? They're not appearing anywhere in the map. I guess the ward game on the side of Witches is not exactly as strong at this point of time. Are they gonna contest the Roche? No? That was pretty obvious. And the deny on the cheese? Okay. Talk about BMs. Shy, she's just looking so confident. Doesn't even need the cheese. Wait, what? No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure I saw the deny. Oh, they didn't. They denied the item. Alright, okay, yeah, okay. You can flame me all you want. Yeah, flame me all you want. You can DC. Yeah, okay, this is a bit embarrassing. It's gonna be a quick disconnect onto Lina. And ping's already been pinged out. Poor Vengeful, she only has brown boots, sitting at only 3k net worth. Okay, it's not that bad, it's not super bad. It's 3000 net worth. Brown boots, still slowly trying to make your way to the 4 staff. I see why not. G's the call, and the courier has the Mithril Hammer for the Lina. Just a couple seconds away from Ogre's Club, or Ogre's Axe, to finish off her BKB. Tidehunter will get the pipe available, but at this point of time, you're just looking to tank up for everyone. I think he's gonna hit this certain point. Like, sure, Freya, they're still strong in terms of net worth, but as time goes by, Witches is just gonna be so insanely tanky. I don't even think the burst damage from Lina or the rest can actually do much. I mean, Lina, you're playing magic damage, but then you're playing magic damage. You're playing it into the Tidehunter's pipe, which is gonna mitigate a lot of that damage. But then again, if I'm not mistaken, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but Aghanims on Lina will change its damage to pure. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it will change it to pure, so it should be able to mitigate the magical barrier that the Pipe of Insight is able to give out. Papa top lane, she will be farming up the creeps, giving none to a carry. Something I would normally do, so yeah, full agreement there. That's right, no fun for the carry, just take it all, supports. You need your goal. Wow, actually, Freya is actually playing it awfully passive, surprisingly. This is just more or less winning up on the BKBs. Lina has hers, Wraith King has his. Amber Spirit, still on the way, making a way there, but still OTW. Alright, okay, so here's where the action starts to come up. Camps, he does have his Aghanims ready up, it's already ready in the courier, so won't be too surprising to see a high ground push anytime soon. They have the Aegis, they have the BKBs, Aghanims up on Shaman. Witches, they have to be really cautious here, they can't afford to lose any more fights. Like in terms of buybacks, yeah, in terms of buybacks, only a handful of them have it. Oracle, Vengeful, sure, but I don't think you're going to do much. Okay, maybe I may be wrong here. Like, the swaps are critical, but yeah, I mean, support. Yeah, I'm not saying bad about the supports. But yeah, let's go. Support life, best life. I think we're looking more of the buybacks towards the core, such as Death Prophet. But okay, yeah, I think the reason, but she has a BKB. Now this is the confusing part where players, they either decide to go for that game-changing item, or will they decide to actually go for the buybacks. Instant buyback, 4-star from Shy. The Laguna melts this Vengeful Spirit instantly. No mercy spared there. She will Shadow Blade right away, right back to safety. Tidehunter stuck in the front lines. Laguna is down for 40 seconds. It's not a very long time. When Venge is up, she's able to blast her right back down. The Aegis being wielded by Medita. Oh, the Inkswell will come up. Tidehunter looking so damn tanky. The Silence will be able to stop the Ravage. The Light Strike Array will hold the big green watermelon in place. The Ravage will completely miss. And get back the call. I think Freya can look to play a little bit more safe, but I guess not. Searing Chains aggressively coming in. That Light Strike Array will connect, and the Perch will... I don't know if it was just in time. Well, but the Aghanims on Amber Spirit will dive in extremely deep. Slide out of Fist will connect, holding the Oracle in place. Amber, she has to watch out for the silence from Death Prophet.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Still having that 10-second BKB, not being forced out, not forced to use it just yet. And this should be a cue for the whole team of Freya to march right into the high ground. There are no outs available. Witchers getting caught out by the Soulbind. 2 heroes locked in place. They use this up defensively, trying to save Hannah for a brief moment. Ray Fire Blast will connect to the 2. BKB is already being forced out. Hex will hold this big green meanie in place. And Hannah still looking awfully strong with that Aghanims. Will hold on the Wraith King in place, but he does have the Aegis of Immortality. Maldita trying her best, desperately walk right out. Amber Spirit trying to buy as much time as she can. Maldita, will you fall? You have the Aegis. Level 3 out. Oh, Shabu trying to... Whoa, but it's Chin Chin takes a huge chunk of health off this Grim Show, but Amber Spirit is still battling between 3 heroes. This Ember, what is this guy doing? He's just so incredibly strong. Cams running desperately back. 4-star up to the high ground, and it's probably going to stop the aggression from Witches. They will lose the range racks, but
None to burn.
yeah, I think this goes in favor for Freya. Taking a look at the fight recap. No, surprisingly, it actually goes in favor of Witches. 457 gold, but in exchange for Rex, okay, that's debatable. Oh, poor old Shar, sitting there 2-12. Support life, without a doubt, a tough life.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Camps will scout out the Phantom Lancer illusions, but yeah, with that EXP, with that 20% EXP gain, she's sitting almost just as close to the same level as this Phantom Lancer.
Shrine has fallen.
It's already being slowly coming up. But Freya, they have to be slightly careful. They know that elves are available on the side of Witches.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Maldita taking out the shrines, ensuring that no one will be there to backstep. Short and simple. Play the game slowly, play it patiently, don't have to get too complacent, no rush. All that matters is just that you win the game. Cams getting a little bit aggressive. They're just manning up to take out the Sentry Ward. Not afraid of the swap, knowing that the rest of the team is right at the back. Lina trying to chip off some damage onto the melee Rex. Forced to use the 9-second BKB. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's the 8-second BKB. Sorry, not the 9. But without a doubt, it's still quite a huge thing. No BKB for Lina for like another minute. But as time goes by, Freya just gonna farm up the entire jungle, while Witches is just gonna take in. The only thing they're farming is just the incoming creep waves. Common strategy played out by most of the cores, by a lot of teams nowadays, is where you actually take out those tier 1 towers and really force these position 1 heroes to, well, suffocate in their own base. If your push is there, you're going to take up so much map territory, there's basically no room for their cores to farm at all. Packet lost. Are you okay? That's such a nice thing to do. Dude, I love that emoji. No one hears me. Monkai S. Feels really awkward, man. Really is the call. Packet loss is there. And still, Freya, they're winning this game by a landslide. 26-17, 38 minutes into the game. 21k net worth lead. Wraith King throwing onto the map. With the Radiance up, Blade Dagger to start off the initiation. I mean, if they start to get all these chain stuns onto Titan Hunter, I guess it's okay, because when you get chain stun, you can't really force out that Guardian Grease, but at the same time, you do have the Kraken Shell to purge it off. So far, at this point of time, I haven't really seen a good, well, an amazing Ravage fallout by teamfight at this point of time. I think the thing is just that Freya, they're just playing so spread out that it's just so incredibly difficult for Witches to actually catch them all out. which is they're playing Aura. I mean, it's the right mindset to play it, but I feel like it's more the error goes down to the execution phase where the teams are just not, maybe just because they're not well synergized at this point of time. It's not a lot of synergy going on in their team. Like Tidehunter or Venge may start off the fight brilliantly, flawlessly, but it's more or less the follow-up, whether the team is actually able to follow up onto the kills or, well, basically movement. I just feel that Witch's movement at this point in time is just too slow compared to Freya. Shabu slowly making her way up, just clearing waves, forcing up the waves into the base of witches.
The rune of illusion.
The 5 scary witches from Myanmar versus the other half of the 5 scary Filipinos. Aghanim's already onto cams, and with the 4 staff and Aether, I guess they're just sitting pretty confident. Wow. Net worth, bro. This Shadow Shaman is so rich, it's even sitting 4,000 gold higher than the Tidehunter. Well, that's the thing about this suffocating strategy, or like, I don't know, they're just suffocating their own base. There's not enough farm being distributed. Supports are taking farm, the cores are taking farm. I don't see any item progressions. Alright, Hannah, we're already forced to use that Exorcism. Wait, was it? Nah, it was just a Crypt Swarm. Man, it's just so confusing with the Aghanims now. I can't tell whether she uses Exorcism or she's using Crypt Swarm. Forcing to push out the waves. Shadow Shaman will push out bottom. She has the Serpent Wards ready up. So I'm gonna be seeing a little bit of a rat DOTA going on. Will we comment on bottom lane though? I mean, the melee Rex will regenerate, so maybe mid lane might be a better option for you. Pingsir is slowly starting to come up. Ember Spirit will give that tad bit of a high ground vision with Starter Fist. Which is they really need to get that 5-man Ravage. I mean, sure, okay, maybe I'm being a bit too general. I don't think 5-man Ravage will do much. They really need that follow-up. Like Tide, Momo, she actually landed a couple of good Ravagers, but at this point of time, it really has to go with the teamfight execution. Maldita being swelled up, she has that dagger, trying to get a bit of the vision for the initiation. I guess that's not gonna happen. Serpent Wards, Hex is already being forced out. Pipe of Insight, World, but Shao coming with the swap to save Hannah's life, but it's no. That's gonna be a really nice link together, but is there gonna be any follow-up? Maybe not, I guess. Shabu will desperately try to make a way out of there. Shy, 4 staffed all the way back up to the high ground. Shabu being stuck down in the low ground, and Chin Chin being chickened up, and there's not gonna be any more follow-up. It should be able to break off. The fight should be able to break here. Papa getting scouted out by the Ember Spirit, but Lina sitting at the top, at the high ground over there. Momo chasing down this Lina with a slow from the Fortune's End. Will be able to root her down in place, but Momo will slowly chase her down to no avail. Ember Spirit will be able to fly right back out. Irony is rich indeed, as Wraith King spawns again, yet to die one more time. Will they be able to get the final hit? Maldita slowly walking up, marching up the high ground. The BKB is up. Ember Spirit will follow up right behind, trying to fight off these 3 heroes, holding them down in place, and will fly right back out from with the Renmans. Maldita should have a reincarnation up any second now. Oh, and the rest of the team just gonna fall right back out as Lina tries to get that melee Rex. Oh, but the Purge won't be able to purge off that Invis, unfortunately. Oh, Shy getting scouted out by Hannah. The Spirit will be able to scout her out. But nah, there's no way that Death Prophet's gonna chase him down. No way. Okay, I honestly got curious to see how many times Vengeful has died already. Okay, it's 2 to 14. It's not that bad. But just so, I don't know, it's just so sad to see the Death Prophet. Okay, wait. Earlier on she was sitting at 3k net worth gold, now she's sitting at 2.8k. This is quite sad. I'm sorry. She still hasn't gotten that 4 stuff. Wait, she didn't. Okay, she made that Tranquil Boots. Oh my goodness, 20 minutes. Okay, it's more than 20 minutes. Like 30 minutes she's been slowly trying to get her items. Until now, it's been 30 minutes. She's still unable to get that 4 star for first. Silence. We'll try and defend the base a bit. Light Strike away will be able to connect onto the Phantom Lancer. The Laguna will connect, but not onto the Soulbind. Rest of the initiation will be able to follow up. Snakes are being dropped. The silence is there, but it's not going to do anything when two of their cores have BKBs up. Ember Spirit just sitting so strong, but the Ravage is there. Will connect to everyone. Death Prophet Hannah doing her things, tearing apart the entire team of Radiant. But will it be enough? No, it's not. Ember Spirit to drop it down. Buyback from both of the Oracle and the Death Prophet. Momo trying desperately to run away, but Ember Spirit will chase it right back down. Brave King Maldita will be forced back. Fortune's End will be able to root down the Ember Spirit. But that false promise from Oracle actually doing quite a lot with that Aether Lens. It's going to allow her to connect that false promise anytime. Okay, now this is part about synergy again. Like on Freya, they're looking strong, but I feel like the team fights are starting to get a little bit messy. They can't afford to, they just can't afford to eat that Ravage when the exorcisms are up. Like the Soulbind was there, it connected onto a... It was a beautiful connection to the Soulbind. It caught both Phantom Lancer and the Death Prophet. But the problem was that... Yeah, there just wasn't a follow-up that was there. Like, sure, one Hex was enough, but I think what they were really aiming was actually the Laguna. The double Laguna would definitely pierce a lot of damage. And to mention that she has a Yasha and Kaya. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of miscommunication, but no fear there. Lina will be able to snag up this Roshan. No Aghanims available, it's just a refresher. Hey, actually, to be honest, I do wonder, what if Grimstroke gets the refresher, Soulbind's 2 heroes, and Soulbind's another 2 heroes? Soulbind's at target to another target. I think that's a bit chaotic. Will it work? I mean, like, now maybe not, because Grim just doesn't have the mana. Okay, maybe she has the mana. Yeah, she has the mana for it. But, okay, this sounds quite cancerous, to be honest. I've never really tried it. Refresher up on Grimstroke. The Roshan is definitely going to secure 32,000 net worth lead for the Radiant. For Freya. Yeah. Witches, they have to be a little bit more cautious this time. Death Prophet, she does have the BKB up. Rod of Ados as well to hopefully catch off any of those fleeing enemies. Cyber Vice, I think, yeah, Cyber Vice is a good item. I mean, it provides that additional crowd control. But what's surprising is that no one I mean, with the Cyber Vice, it can catch the Ember. I guess it's a solution for Ember Spirit. But I think they need to have some sort of team fight changing item. Possibly maybe even an Aghanims onto Phantom Lancer. Might be a good idea, I guess, maybe. Like Butterfly, you will offer that evasion and maybe an extra point of agility, but slower. The Soulbind comes into 2. The Hex is there, the double Shackle will root both of them in place. Shao will swap him out back to safety. The Refresher is there. Camps will try out the second Serpent once. Will he? No, he does not have the mana available. Camp's Snakes will take on the kill, but the Ravage is huge. It catches on the tree, but Hannah, you're not there. The rest of your ghosts, your spirits, they're not into the fight. Maldita, so just standing in the front lines, double kill for Ember Spirit, diving all the way back into the back lines. There's going to be 3 down, an instant buyback from Tide Hunter. Death Prophet will try her best to desperately live through this fight, but that might not be it, as Camps will be a locker down in place. No buyback available for the Death Prophet. Phantom Lancer will doppelganger right back out. Will be stunned up by the Ray Fire Blast, and there's going to be a killing spree for Shy. Instant buyback coming up for PL as GG is called from Hannah. This guy has no chill, man. That fight went huge. Well, it was huge actually. I think it's the same thing. It's more or less like team fight synergy between both of them. Like this time the Ravage, like we've seen a full 5-man Ravage 3 times in a row. I think the past 3 fights was just so good from Hannah. But, rather interesting. I think overall it was more or less like the synergy between the teams from Witches. Like, Momo actually pulled it off extremely well. She held her lane fairly well, I guess, decently. But then the thing was Hannah, she just wasn't in the fight. She wasn't in the right position. And the supports at the same time. I think overall Witches just didn't play that well because of communication, more or less synergy. But nevertheless, we're going to be taking a short break. The next game will be a Ascendee Superiors versus Psych. Psych. Oh man, I love that game. That name. Alright. So it's gonna be game 1. It's gonna be Freya taking the first win, the first victory. I'm Jitjuan, the handsome caster, and we'll be taking a quick short break. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.